Hey guys, welcome back. So today I created this burgundy cranberry gold eye look. I guess you can call it my first Christmas tutorial because it's very holiday appropriate. So if you want to see how I got this look, then keep on watching. So I apologize for the state of my nails. My pointer finger decided to rip off in the middle and I have to wait until it heals to get it done again. But we're just going to jump right in. That's me jumping right in. I'm going to spritz my face with Max Fix Plus just to moisturize my skin. And then I'm going to go in with my Quarterly Reno Perfect Cleanse moisturizer. And I'm going to pat that all over my skin. I'm testing out this primer today by Smashbox because I heard it's really good and why not? I'm going to moisturize my lips with my Sugar Lip Balm, and I'm going to put 2 drops of this Liquid Halo Foundation by Smashbox on the back of my hand and get that all over my skin. And I'm going to blend it out with my favorite e.l.f. powder brush. Now I'm going to take my dampened Real Technique sponge and dab that all over my skin just to further infuse that foundation into my skin. And I'm going in with my Bobbi Brown corrector in Peach Bisque and I'm going to put that right under my eyes. I've been suffering from some dark circles lately and this just takes it completely away, at least it masks it. Now I'm going in with my Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer and I'm going to put that underneath my eyes, right on the top of that corrector. And then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer and I'm going to put that right on top as always. And then I'm going to go in with that Real Technique sponge again and dab that all out. Okay, and since I have some blemishes that I want to cover up, I'm going in with my Hard Candy Glamouflage Light Concealer and I'm going to place that on my blemishes and blend it out with a brush. Now I'm going to set my entire face with my Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC and my MAC 139 brush, and I'm going to dust that all over my face. So now I'm going to set my under eye concealer with my MAC Emphasize setting powder and my Sigma Taper highlighter brush, and I'm going to just dab that right underneath my eyes. And I'm just going to dab a little bit of my Rimmel Stay Matte setting powder underneath my eyes, right on top of the Emphasize. Now I'm going to bronze up my skin using my favorite e.l.f. Duo powder, and I'm using that bronzing shade with my MAC 135 brush, and I'm going to just bronze up my entire face. Now I'm going to contour my face a little bit using my favorite Bobbi Brown Natural One bronzing powder and my Real Techniques Expert face brush, and I'm just going to hit the bottom of my cheekbones and my nose with that. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my blush and I'm going to use my favorite by MAC, which is Plum Follery, and my MAC 163 brush, and I'm going to just pop that on the apples of my cheeks and my nose a little bit. And now I'm going to blend all of that out using my Laura Mercier Universal Pressed Powder, and I've been doing this technique lately just to help blend everything out and look super seamless. And now I'm going in with my Bobbi Brown highlighter in Sandstone, and this is an attempt to use a different highlighter that I really sadly failed at because I still went in with my favorite Mary Luminizer. I just popped just a little bit on my cheekbones and my nose. Now I'm going to prime my eyelids with my Urban Decay Primer Potion, and as you can see, I'm also putting it in through my eyebrow. I do this technique every day when I want my eyebrows to stay super intact. And now I'm going in with this MakeUp Geek eyeshadow in Peach Smoothie. This is a lot like the Kat Von D shadow Ludwig, I believe, that I'm obsessed with. It's just a bit lighter, and I'm testing out a bunch of MakeUp Geek shadows, by the way, and I really love them. Now I'm going in with Creme Brulee, and I'm just going to dust that right on top of that shadow. And then I'm going to go in with Frappe, and I'm going to again dust that on top of the last two shadows, but I'm mainly focusing it on my crease. Okay, so I wanted to focus that color a little bit more in my crease, so I took my MAC 217 brush and really focused that color in my crease and blended it out with my MAC 224 brush. Now I'm taking Cocoa Bear by MakeUp Geek, and this is so raved about, and I understand why. It is amazing. I love this color, and I'm just placing it again with that 217 brush and blending it out with that 224 brush. And now I'm going in with Bitten. It's a beautiful burgundy red color, and I'm going to take that on a 217 brush, and I'm going to focus that low in the crease of my eye. Now you don't have to use all the transition colors that I use. Like I said, I was testing out a lot of MakeUp Geek shadows, and I kind of wanted to just throw them all over my face. So whatever you have is fine. Now I'm going to take my MAC 239 brush, and I'm going to focus that color Bitten on the inside and the outside corners of my eyes, leaving the very center blank. And now I'm going to take Cherry Cola by MAC. This is completely optional, but it's basically the same as Bitten, just a smidge darker. I'm going to focus that right on the outside corner of my eye and blend that out using my MAC 224 brush. Now I'm going to take that color Burlesque by MakeUp Geek, and I'm going to pat that right on the center of my eyes using my MAC 242 synthetic flat brush, and I'm just going to pat that all over the center and blend it out with my Sigma fluffy brush. I forget what it's called. And then I'm going to spray that brush with Max Fix Plus, and I'm going to dab that right on top and blend it out again with a fluffy brush. Now I'm going to take ColourPop's eyeshadow in Get Lucky, I believe, and I'm going to dab that right on the center of my lids. And I didn't like how far out I put it. I mainly wanted to focus it on the center, so I'm going back in with that color Burlesque, and I'm going to put that in the inside and outside corners. And then I'm going to go back in with that color Get Lucky, and I'm going to place that right in the center and blend everything out using a fluffy brush. And then I'm going to further blend everything out using the Peach Smoothie again from MakeUp Geek. I'm going to pop up some lashes, and these are the Glamour lashes by Ardell, and I also did some wing liner off camera. And now I'm going to work on my bottom lash line, and I'm going to take that color Bitten by MakeUp Geek, and I'm going to put that all over underneath my eyes and blend it out with a fluffy brush. And then I'm going to take Frappe, I believe, by MakeUp Geek, and I'm going to further blend that out. Now I'm going to spritz my brush with Max Fix Plus again, and I'm going to focus a color by ColourPop called Get Lucky right in the center, and I really wanted to detail it on the center of my lower lash line, so I used that angle brush, and I also put it on my waterline. So I could say that this works really good in the waterline. A lot of shadows will just come off, but this actually worked really good. So now I'm going to blend my real lashes in with my fake lashes, and of course I got it on my face. I always do. So I'm just going to keep that there. You're gonna see it on my face for a little bit, but I'm just gonna let it dry, and I'm going to go in and work on my eyebrows. I'm using that darker color in the Anastasia Powder Duo in medium, and I'm going to start the darker color on the outside of my eyebrow. I like to call it the tail end of my eyebrow. Now I'm going to take that lighter color, and I'm going to focus it right in the beginning of my eyebrow, and I'm going to blend it back. This is going to give like a really 3D-ish effect to your eyebrow with still looking natural at the same time. So now I'm going to take my Brow Wiz by Anastasia in the color Brunette, and I'm going to run that right at the tail end of my eyebrow. And then I'm just going to take a spool and brush that dry mascara off my nose. I'm going to run the color Shimmer Shimmer by MakeUp Geek right on my brow bone. And usually I don't like shimmery eyeshadows on my brow bone, but I like this one. It was really nice. And I'm going to take Whirl Lip Pencil by MAC, and I'm going to line my entire lips with it. And then I'm going to take Faux Lipstick by MAC, and I'm going to fill in my lips with that. And then I'm going to take Pure Zen Lipstick by MAC and put that right on the center. And I wasn't really feeling my lip color, so I added a little bit of Oak Lip Liner by MAC. Alright guys, that's the end of this tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. I will be incorporating more Christmas looks like this on my channel, so if you're interested, please subscribe, comment down below, let me know how I did, and I will see you very soon. Bye!